going to be doing some commentary again. We're going to be playing as the Squiddy boy in this one. We're on Distillery, and I always like to match the map. In fact, actually no, we're going to just stick to defaults for the first 5. Coming back into commentary, we'll just keep everything vanilla. We're against Kyra, Tech Hank, Maggie and Blitz Markov. So Blitz Markov is practically useless against Kraken, because a lot of his power comes from his mines, and we're going to be in the sky quite a lot. So, you know, Tech Hank is also the weakest support in the game, so it probably is going to be quite an easy one this, but we'll see, stranger things have happened. And yeah, as we get in here, we will continue to talk about how great this game is and why it's been destroyed for no reason. Yeah, so obviously I'm coming back to do a bit of commentary now. Some people were asking for this, so here it is, basically. People like to hear my deadpan tones during my gameplay, which I always find quite hilarious. That's a damage buff straight off the bat here, which is going to be very nice for us. The man is running away because he's low on health, which is peculiar for a sloth actually. It's not usually how it behaves. Let's just feed upon this boy. There we go. I do want to kill that before it shoots its vapour, thank you. My screen will just be white completely. Wildlife being wildlife there, I think. No? Probably gonna. They do actually attack each of the wildlife in this game. It's very nicely depicted as well, because there is full-on animations for it. We need to be a little bit careful here, just because I am going back on myself here, and we're alerting a lot of birds along the way. But there is also a lot of food this way, so. These Blitz leopards. I think they're going the full stretch. No, they are. They're coming around here. The bots in this game are actually reasonably smart, because they will cut corners like that if they know where you are. I mean, that said, with them being bots, they kind of, you know, they know where you are at all times, but it's just they're made to be, you know, they're designed to sort of replicate that they don't know where you are, if you know what I mean. But it is done very well. I will grab stage 2 under this lamp. That's the stuff, all the usual. So if it is your first foray into Evolve, welcome. I know we do pull some new viewers in sometimes. This game is basically an asim. It's 4 hunters against 1 monster. You are obviously witnessing the monster side of things. Where was that? Yeah, it's there. Monsters get 3 stages. So at the beginning, at stage 1, which we've just been at, we've moved to stage 2, but at stage 1, you are not the power roll, you are very weak and you need to run, because you will pretty much lose a lot of fights. At least that's how it is in Legacy. In stage 2 they kind of scuffed it, quite honestly. Oh shit. Actually I am ready for a fight here. I'll just get this, might as well. It'll fill my meter up. See, they are actually quite smart, you see. They do understand where you are. Could probably get a... It's not really going to do much here, but... Get a little pin on the anchor, get some damage in. I need to avoid his beam, as you can see. The medic's kind of slept on him. Where is Kyra, actually? Is Kyra here? Yeah, she is. She's up there for some reason. Bit of a weak vantage point, that one. Be able to get a couple of combos in here. She has got quite high sustain, Kyra, in Legacy, so... Going to get a few melees in here. Beautiful animations, as usual. That was exactly what I wanted. Can't see because of the tree. There we go. Would like to get a strike on Maggie here. I'm about to lose my armour though, so it's not ideal. Once your armour goes and you start taking red bar damage, that is permanent. You won't be able to heal that back. You just get it back as a percentage when you evolve, which we can already evolve for some reason. That was incredibly fast. We're suffering from success a little bit here. It happens sometimes. We'll get some armour on. I'll go in for another fight before we evolve. This was actually a valid tactic during the multiplayer days. If you hold your evolve, because you do get some HP back, you can basically use it as a little bit of a heal instead of just going straight for it. So we're going back in now, have another bit of an engage. We have got quite a lot of strikes as well. We'll get Daisy down. We'll attempt to. I would actually like to get a strike on Markov for this one, which is... The assault is never really the priority target you should go for, because they do have a shield, which is what that blue bar is. It pretty much functions in Legacy the same way as it did in Stage 2. It's just got a different animation, basically. A different way it presents itself. Shit, I got pulled out the air there. We need to get out of that, because that's big damage. We'll go for Magia because it gets rid of the dome. If you get your trappers down, then it deactivates the dome, so it allows us to get a bit more agency and feel a bit more safer. No, we're not confined. Shit. So I didn't actually get a strike on the Markov. I will actually stay here because, as I say, we do have an evolve ready, so we have got a bit of a heal just to get a strike on this Markov. There's his shield again. So this is, I've been harpooned at the minute, that's not good. So this is usually why you wouldn't go for an assault, because you do, essentially you have to fight two people in one, because he gets another health bar. I'm going to use that to bounce him back over here. But you can probably tell, if you've come from DVD and me commentary there, you can probably tell I'm more relaxed and enjoying it I am here. It's not a constant case of the game's dog shit and all that sort of thing, because I am actually enjoying myself when I play this game. There is a decent amount of challenge to it as well, even against bots. As I say, they've got me to half health, so we're going to go to stage 3 now, which is, this is your power spike of the monster. So as soon as you get to stage 3, you are now the end game boss for 4 other people. That's what I've always described it as. This is the end of the $70 AAA title, the monster. That's what you are now. You are very strong, you've got a lot of health, and you hit very hard. The reason that the way I defend this, because there are people who've said that stage 3 monsters are ridiculously overpowered. In an actual game with people and live, this is actually your reward as monster for actually getting to this phase, this stage of the game. Obviously against bots, you've got quite a lot of freedom in movement and things like that. That's not to say I haven't died to the bots, because the bots in this game, all things considered, compared to other games, the bots in this game are actually quite good, quite honestly. They do know how to actually work together. Can I thread one in there? Very close. But yeah, as you'll see here, we're probably going to clean up quite a lot here, but this is because the game rewards the power roll in this one for, playing well. Because this is your reward, you have reached your final form, literally. So we are going to be a serious issue. It's also reflected through the hunter dialogue, which was a beautiful little detail. A lot of hunters now sort of sound like they're actually panicking and things. It adds to the atmosphere massively. I don't actually know how that didn't hit him, but sure. Get me up, thank you. But everything about the monsters in this game and everything as well is all beautifully animated and everything. I could fucking sing its praises, like, constantly, mate. It's fucking beautiful, everything about it. But obviously, as I say, it happened there. We did steamroll quite a lot because that is your power spike stage 3. A lot of games that I used to have in my Legacy days, which is a long time ago now, I have to think back to this, a lot of them did end at stage 2 in one way or another. Usually, if you're against a good team of hunters, usually what happens is you obviously you have to spend stage 1 running. Like, if you're against a team of good hunters and you stay in stage 1, you're going to die. Simple as that, you will die. So you have to run off, and you have to stealth, and you have to be careful where you're eating. A big tactic, I should say, when going against good hunters back in the live days was to only eat in caves, because birds don't actually spawn in caves or anything that's got a roof above it. Birds won't spawn in that thing. That's an actual tactic. Obviously, there isn't going to always be animals in caves though, so you have to sort of be careful. You have to sort of skip dens, so to speak. That's what I used to do, where you would basically feed somewhere, then there'd be animals next to you, but you don't go for them. You then go past them, sneak past them, and then eat the next bunch. So they because usually what hunters do is they believe that you're going in a circle around the map, which is usually like an example in this particular map. If I was playing against a team of good hunters, again, I have done this. There is footage of me on me multiplayer days of stage 2. I would like to just reaffirm, without actually bragging about it, that I am a high level monster. But it's not something I concern myself with. I just want to say that just so you've got some trust and validity in my explanations here. So the building in the middle of distillery, and I did actually do this on a couple of occasions back in the Legacy days. If you go to the side that faces the water, where the sloth usually spawns, you probably didn't see it in this map, this game, but there's a side where there's a sloth. Usually, the sloth provides a distraction, and also if you divert yourself into the building and then sneak through the building, don't leave footsteps, you actually press control and it sneaks, so it doesn't actually leave anything. You can climb out of the back door, which is where I was fighting the Markov at the end, or where I went in, at the start of that fight, up that little ledge, or I dropped down that ledge, but up the ledge. Usually, in a lot of games, people would have thought that you'd actually gone past the relay, so they'd have carried on right into the other side of the corner, which basically puts you at the other side of the map by the time they actually realise. So you've got a lot of free agency to actually feed and just not have to worry about birds, because it would take hunters quite a while to actually reach you again. That's like a feeding tactic that did work quite well back in the live days. There was a lot of depth to the gameplay, basically, is what I'm saying. And I don't like to keep comparing it to Dead by Daylight and things, but I'm being genuine when I say there is a lot more fucking depth to this game than there is in DBD. Honestly, the way it plays out and the way all the different numerous factors and things like that goes into playing this game, it was a lot better than what DBD is. DBD is just follow people in a line and then run around circles. There's mind games to it, I'll give that to its credit, but at the same time, in DBD, there's a sort of mechanic abuse part of it though, that's sort of been accepted, because every killer has a red glow, so you have to just turn back and moonwalk as a mind game. It's very fucking weird to me, honestly. It's an actual feature of the killer to have a red glow in front of him, but then you have to sort of turn it away. It's just weird to me. But yeah, that's an example of one of the strategies that you can use in this game. It's going on for fucking ages again this after this, but I just like to talk about the game because I love it to bits. But yeah, that's what a feeding throw off looks like, feeding fake out sort of thing. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. We're going to be doing a bit of commentary again now on Evolve. Just for, maybe shorter than when I do my non-commentary, because I've spoken about this before. I get to a point with Evolve where I do burn out in commentary, because I just want to enjoy the game while I'm playing it, but I have to keep thinking about things to say while I'm playing it, like esports commentary and shit like that. I don't do that. With DBD, it's weird because it's a bit easier for me to commentate on DBD, even though a lot of it is me just moaning about it, but DBD is multiplayer, so it's going to be different each time I play it. Here's going to be, before I even start a round in this game, it's already built into my head what I'm going to be doing, so I'm sort of just repeating my mind's voice basically to you. So yeah, it gets a bit draining sometimes, but we're going to do a bit of commentary again, so because people wanted it. And yeah, I will leave you with that. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, give us a sub, comment, all the good stuff. I read all the comments, and I appreciate you all for still following me after the Evolve YouTuber with 1.8 million views videos on his channel is now fucking dead. But you know, it is what it is. What could have been, eh? I could have been a big YouTuber for Evolve, but yeah, 2K robbed that from all of us, honestly. They robbed the game from us. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.